10 foods that cause chronic inflammation and trigger pain, fatigue, bloating, and more. Did you know that some of the seemingly innocent foods you eat could be setting off a not-so-friendly fireworks show inside your body? You stroll through the aisles of your local grocery store, picking up your favorite snacks and staples. Little do you know, some of these items are like stealthy infiltrators, triggering a less than favorable immune response. Our bodies are incredibly smart, but when faced with unfamiliar ingredients, it's like a silent alarm goes off, setting off a cascade of inflammation. But hold on, not all inflammation is created equal. Today, we're unraveling the mysteries of inflammation, what it is, why it matters, and how it can sneakily wreak havoc in the long run. So, buckle up because it's about to get enlightening. What is inflammation? It's our immune system's natural response to injury or infection, a complex dance involving cells, tissues, and signals. Acute inflammation, triggered by injuries or illnesses, is like the body's emergency repair crew, showing up as swelling, redness, heat, and pain. But here's the twist. Chronic inflammation is a troublemaker. Poor diet, stress, lack of exercise, and other lifestyle factors can keep the inflammatory party going. This persistent inflammation is linked to issues like leaky gut syndrome, arthritis, and more, where the body's attempt to heal goes haywire. Now, let's talk about weight gain. Chronic inflammation throws a wrench into the works of our weight control hormone, leptin, making it less effective and leading to those extra pounds. In this video, we'll spill the beans on foods that kickstart inflammation and spill the tea on inflammation-fighting foods to include in your diet. Ready to dial down the inflammation and supercharge your well-being? Let's dive in. 10 foods that cause inflammation. The food we consume plays a significant role in chronic inflammation. Some foods can induce an inflammatory response, while others have anti-inflammatory properties. 1. Refined sugar, commonly found in soda, baked sweets, candy, and snack bars, can cause a spike in glucose levels that our bodies struggle to process quickly. This surge leads to elevated pro-inflammatory cytokines, intensifying overall inflammation. Research indicates that dietary sugar activates inflammatory processes, promoting the synthesis of free fatty acids in the liver. This, according to the lipotoxicity theory, may trigger inflammation and the formation of reactive oxygen species. 2. Vegetable oil. Vegetable oils from corn, canola, soybean, and safflower, including vegan alternatives like butter spreads, are rich in omega-6 fats, less desirable than the beneficial omega-3s found in evening primrose oil. Excessive omega-6 consumption prompts the body to produce pro-inflammatory chemicals, potentially counteracting the anti-inflammatory benefits of omega-3s. Striking a balance is key. Opt for oils like avocado, coconut, olive, and sesame for a healthier anti-inflammatory choice over vegetable oils. 3. Dairy products. Dairy products, high in inflammation-causing saturated fats, have been linked to low-grade inflammation in both overweight and lean individuals, as well as in children. Opting for alternatives like plant-based milk, cheese, yogurt, and ice cream, such as oat milk, almond milk, coconut milk, and cashew milk, provides viable options to reduce inflammation associated with traditional dairy consumption. 4. Wheat, rye, and barley grains like wheat contain gluten, a common allergen. In gluten-sensitive individuals, gluten triggers an immune response, sparking an inflammatory cascade with effects ranging from body pain to increased mucus production and fatigue. According to gastroenterologist Alessio Fasano of Massachusetts General Hospital in Boston, gluten isn't fully digested by any human. In gluten-sensitive individuals, undigested gluten prompts the release of zonulin, a protein-regulating gut leakiness. Zonulin opens and closes intestinal tight junctions, but gluten induces its release in those with gluten sensitivity. A leaky gut can lead to various health issues as undigested particles enter the bloodstream, causing widespread inflammation. 5. Fried foods. Daily consumption of fried foods is a significant inflammation trigger, contributing to chronic inflammation. These foods are rich in inflammatory advanced glycation end products, AGEs, formed during high-temperature cooking processes like frying. Studies, including one in the American Journal of Clinical Nutrition, link fried food intake to elevated levels of inflammatory markers like CRP in both men and women. Additionally, a study in the Journal of Nutrition found that a diet high in fried foods increased IL-6, another marker of inflammation, particularly in healthy young adults. 6. Refined flour. Refined flour, essentially anything white and not whole wheat, lacks slow-digesting fibers and essential nutrients. This quick breakdown in the body leads to elevated insulin levels, prompting a pro-inflammatory response. Studies, including one in the Journal of Nutrition for Women and another in the American Journal of Clinical Nutrition for Men, link a diet high in refined grains to increased levels of inflammatory markers like CRP, TNF-alpha, and IL-6. In contrast, whole grains offer vital nutrients like vitamins, minerals, and antioxidants, along with fiber. This fiber slows carbohydrate absorption, reducing inflammation and supporting overall health. Opting for whole grains is a wise choice for a more inflammation-resistant diet. 7. Red meat. There's evidence hinting at a potential link between red meat consumption and increased inflammation. The high saturated fat content in red meat has been identified as a promoter of inflammation in the body. Moreover, red meat contains Nu-5GC, a molecule not naturally produced by humans, but integrated into our cells and tissues upon consumption. The presence of Nu-5GC has been shown to incite an immune response, contributing to inflammation. Though limited, research on humans has also suggested that Nu-5GC might pose a risk factor for colorectal cancer. Considering these factors, moderating red meat intake could be a prudent step for inflammation management and overall health. 8. Processed corn hides in numerous products, demanding caution in its consumption. Various corn derivatives, such as high-fructose corn syrup, cornstarch, and corn oil, are prevalent. Consuming corn in refined forms, as highlighted earlier, triggers blood sugar spikes, leading to an increased insulin response and a subsequent inflammatory reaction. Experts caution against excessive consumption of corn oil, commonly found in processed foods and fast food, due to its high omega-6 fatty acid content. While omega-6 fatty acids are vital for health, an overabundance in the diet can contribute to inflammation. Being mindful of corn derivatives and moderating their intake can play a role in maintaining a healthier, inflammation-resistant diet. 9. Artificial chemicals and additives. Artificially created chemicals and additives in foods are foreign to our bodies, prompting a defensive inflammatory immune response. In a Nutrients Journal study, a high-processed food diet with artificial additives was linked to elevated CRP levels, indicating inflammation in adults. Additionally, some artificial sweeteners were found to disrupt gut bacteria, further contributing to inflammation. Reviewing studies in food and chemical toxicology, it was found that food dyes, commonly used in processed foods, could trigger allergic reactions and potentially contribute to chronic inflammation. However, more research is needed to fully comprehend the health effects of these additives. Staying mindful of and limiting exposure to artificial additives could be a proactive step in reducing inflammation. 10. Trans fats. Trans fats, or partially hydrogenated oils, are chemically altered for processed foods' texture and shelf life. Numerous studies link trans fat consumption to inflammation and increased risk of chronic diseases. Studies show: 1. In women, a high trans fat intake is associated with elevated CRP, Illinois, 6, and TNF-alpha levels, Journal of Nutrition. 2. Men on a trans fat-rich diet exhibit increased CRP levels, American Journal of Clinical Nutrition. 3. Trans fats are pro-inflammatory, contributing to cardiovascular disease, type 2 diabetes, and metabolic syndrome, Nutrients Journal. 4. Replacing trans fats with healthier unsaturated fats like olive oil and nuts reduces inflammation and improves cardiovascular health, Journal of the American College of Cardiology. To minimize health risks, limit processed food intake and choose whole, unprocessed foods whenever possible. Foods that fight inflammation. Combating inflammation involves not just avoiding pro-inflammatory foods, but also embracing those with anti-inflammatory properties. Beyond dietary changes, managing stress, prioritizing sleep, quitting smoking, and incorporating exercise play crucial roles. Here are 10 anti-inflammatory foods to include. 1. Turmeric. Rich in curcumin, It inhibits enzymes involved in inflammation and blocks inflammatory pathways. 2. Blueberries. Packed with antioxidants, they reduce oxidative stress and inflammation, balancing cytokine production. 3. Dark leafy greens. Kale, collards, spinach, and romaine offer various nutrients with strong anti-inflammatory properties. 4. Avocado contains PFAs, MUFAs, and phytosterols, providing anti-inflammatory benefits. 5. Watermelon, alkalizing and rich in citrulline, lycopene, and vitamin C, it helps reduce inflammation. 6. Hemp seeds, high in omega-3, omega-6 fatty acids, and GLA, they naturally fight inflammation. 7. Medicinal mushrooms, shiitake, reishi, and turkey tail mushrooms boost immune function and combat inflammation. 8. Ginger. Like turmeric, it contains gingerols and shogols, exerting anti-inflammatory effects. 9. Beets. High in antioxidants, potassium, and magnesium, they repair cell damage caused by inflammation. 10. Pineapple. Contains bromelain, an inflammation-fighting enzyme that regulates the immune response. Remember, chronic inflammation is linked to various health issues, including heart disease and diabetes. Balancing your diet with these anti-inflammatory foods can contribute to overall health improvement. Thank you for joining us on this journey to understand inflammation and how our dietary choices can impact it. Remember, health is a holistic endeavor, and a balanced approach that includes stress management, quality sleep, regular exercise, and a nutrient-rich diet is key. I hope these insights empower you to make informed choices for a healthier, inflammation-resistant lifestyle. If you found this information valuable, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share. Your journey to better health starts with small, intentional steps. Here's to a life of vitality and well-being. Until next time, take care and stay healthy.